Scattered across the Amazon basin are patches of soil so dark and rich they look nothing like the pale, stripped ground around them. And they've stayed extraordinarily productive for centuries, with no one adding anything to them. Carbon dating places their origin between 450 and 2,500 years ago. The communities that built them are gone. The fertility they engineered is still active today. Scientists confirm these soils hold 3 to 18 times more carbon than the land surrounding them, and show self-regenerating properties no natural process explains. The method is called terra preta, black earth, and the deliberate technique behind it is something any landowner can still use today. Dutch soil scientist Wim Sombroek spent years in the Amazon during the 1950s and 1960s documenting something that contradicted the prevailing scientific narrative about tropical agriculture. The dominant understanding held that Amazon soils were fundamentally poor, heavily leached by intense rainfall, stripped of nutrients by dense vegetation, essentially unsuitable for sustained cultivation without constant chemical inputs. The region's thin, reddish laterite was considered one of the least productive soil types on the planet. But Sombroek kept finding exceptions, dark concentrations scattered throughout the basin, sometimes covering dozens of hectares, sometimes smaller isolated areas tucked into riverbank margins. Communities near these sites called them terra preta. The name described what was visually obvious. These areas were darker, denser, and fundamentally different in composition from everything alongside them. Laboratory analysis confirmed what the visual difference suggested. These concentrations contained carbon levels 3 to 18 times higher than adjacent laterite. Nutrient levels that should have washed out long ago were not only present, but appeared to be actively regenerating. Microbial populations running at densities far above what surrounding depleted material supported. No natural geological process produced this outcome. Something deliberate had happened. A soil-building intervention so effective it outlasted the civilization that designed it by hundreds of years. Archaeological investigation of terra preta sites eventually revealed what that deliberate intervention involved. Ancient communities throughout the Amazon basin had been incorporating specific materials into their surrounding territory over extended periods, not as a single application, but as an ongoing practice tied to daily settlement activity. Low oxygen burns of organic waste produced the primary ingredient. Broken ceramic fragments, bone material, manure, kitchen residue, and biological matter from food preparation completed the mixture. The burned carbon component turned out to be the critical differentiator between terra preta and every other enriched profile researchers had studied. Standard biological matter, compost, manure, plant residue, breaks down and releases its carbon back into the atmosphere within years or decades. Rainfall in a tropical environment accelerates that process, which is why conventional approaches to Amazon cultivation required constant reapplication to maintain any effect. Material produced through low-oxygen combustion behaves fundamentally differently. The carbon structure formed during that burn resists further breakdown almost completely. What enters the soil as burned material stays there, not for decades, but for generations. Scientists examining verified terra preta samples have confirmed stable carbon persisting in an active, functioning state for over 2,000 years without maintenance or reapplication. But stability alone doesn't explain the productivity. Raw burn material added to poor land improves drainage and aeration, but contributes almost nothing nutritionally on its own. What made terra preta extraordinary was the combination. Burned carbon providing permanent structural housing, biological matter providing microbial populations that colonized that housing and activated the nutrient cycling the surrounding depleted territory had completely lost. structure, and biology together. Neither worked without the other. If ancient methods like this are useful to you, hit subscribe. This channel covers one every week. Here's the complete mechanism, broken down simply. Carbon produced through low-oxygen combustion contains an extraordinary microscopic architecture. Examined at high resolution, a single gram reveals surface area equivalent to several hundred square meters of tunnels, chambers, and passages. That framework does three things simultaneously that conventional amendment cannot replicate. First, it holds moisture. The microscopic passages absorb and retain liquid at rates far exceeding regular biological matter, keeping available water in the root zone through dry stretches that would otherwise stress or eliminate crops on depleted ground. Second, it locks in nutrients. Standard fertilizer applications on leached or sandy profiles wash through within days of a significant rainfall event, taking the investment with them. The chamber network absorbs nutrient compounds, holding them in position where roots can access them gradually rather than losing them immediately to drainage. Third, it creates permanent habitat for soil organisms. The stable framework provides exactly the sheltered, moisture-retaining microenvironment that beneficial fungi, bacteria, and microbial networks require to establish and persist. Once colonized, this material becomes a long-term population center for the biology responsible for nutrient cycling, aggregate formation, and the structural development that gives productive land its characteristic dark, crumbly composition. Activation separates functional material from raw burned carbon. Raw additions improve drainage but contribute almost no biological activity. The framework exists without inhabitants. Activated material has been charged before application by mixing with compost, aged manure, or fermented liquid until microbial populations fully colonize the microscopic passages throughout. Applied at 10 to 20% by volume in test areas, combined with regular biological additions, outcomes from researchers and regenerative practitioners show measurable fertility gains within 1 to 2 growing cycles on previously unproductive land, from a soil amendment that costs almost nothing to produce from clean plant waste already available on any operating property. John Gavriel, a farmer operating on sandy Baja California material receiving between 4 and 6 inches of annual rainfall, incorporated activated burned carbon into his cultivation beds alongside deep tillage and continuous biological additions. Over years of consistent application, that sandy medium transformed into dark, moisture-retaining productive beds supporting 60 to 80 different crops simultaneously without chemical fertilizer input of any kind. The principle transfers regardless of climate or starting conditions. Rancho Cacachilas in the Sonoran Desert spent 8 years building their cultivation beds using compost enriched with native microorganisms collected from mountain forest soils, applying the same fundamental logic terra preta demonstrated. Stable structure providing permanent habitat, biology colonizing that habitat, and activating nutrient cycling, productivity compounding each passing season rather than requiring constant replacement from outside. After 8 years, desert sand had become dark, moisture-holding productive medium capable of sustaining itself between irrigation cycles in one of the driest environments in North America. The USDA estimates that low organic matter soils cover hundreds of millions of acres throughout the continental United States, the result of decades of tillage, synthetic input dependency, and biological depletion. These are exactly the conditions activated carbon amendment addresses most effectively, because the primary limitation on all depleted profiles is identical: insufficient stable structure to support the microbial populations that make productivity self-sustaining. For any landowner working problematic cultivation areas right now, the starting point requires nothing elaborate. Source or produce activated carbon from clean plant material. Charge it by mixing with finished compost for 2 to 4 weeks before application. Incorporate into your test plot at 10 to 20% by volume alongside whatever biological additions your operation already produces. Observe how that section retains moisture and responds through the following growing period compared to untouched cultivation alongside it. The biology rebuilds what time and misuse removed. Give it the right conditions. Those Amazon concentrations weren't lucky accidents. Ancient communities deliberately built fertility that would outlast them by centuries, using burned carbon, biology, and time. That same combination works on depleted cultivation areas today. If your worst-producing plot struggles with moisture and nutrients, activated biochar is exactly where recovery starts. Subscribe for the next forgotten method.